To Asexualise, my asexual life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you just tuned in, please subscribe down below, hit that great big subscribe button down below, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as we go along. So in this video, hi Michael, nice to see you. Nice to see you with your admin moderator spanner as well. That's great. So thanks so much for tuning in today. If you don't know who I am Sandra Bellamy, author of Asexual Perspectives 47 Asexual Stories, which is out on Amazon, and also the founder of asexualise.com and the founder of Asexualise Academy. So in today's episode, I want to talk to you about when age really does matter, but probably not in the way you think. Okay, so I had this Indian guy that I saw who lived in the UK. He came on to asexuality.org and he was looking for a relationship with someone in the UK, and I saw him. I don't live near him, so I messaged him on Asexuality because I managed to find him on asexuality.com. I have to say that asexuality.org isn't a dating site, but I made that mistake when I first went on there because I was really looking for a relationship, and I found it really hard. And I do think it's very difficult that Avon hasn't got a section specifically for dating, because there's thousands of asexuals on Avon. I think, personally, I think there should be a section on it, but as they say, it's not a dating site. They don't do stuff specifically like that, so we have to accept that. Anyway, I thought I'd get this guy on Asexuality, which I did. I did send him a message to say hi on Avon, but I actually sent him a proper message on Asexuality when I found him on there. We connected through Asexuality. So my message was, I'm not sure if you are the person I messaged on Avon, because he was like a symbol on Avon. I am a girl in the UK looking for a foreign guy, usually younger than myself, but I am interested in talking more to you and finding out about you. I'm just reading what I've put. I live in Exeter, so I know it's away from Coventry. Oops, I've said where he lives now, never mind. But read that you're a traveller. The chances of finding an asexual match in our own city can be difficult. So what are you looking for in a relationship? And I do have to say, this is totally true. It doesn't mean to say you should accept second best, but you've got to understand that you might have to travel a bit to see another asexual. You might have to go out of your comfort zone, because obviously there's going to be a lack of asexuals in your city or town, and also the chance of them being compatible for you in a relationship is going to be quite hard. Because I live in a city, I've got asexuals in my city. There's a guy who I get on well with, but just we're totally unsuitable in terms of relationship. There's no romance between us. So he has to travel to find people usually that he's interested in, although he's met a girl recently in the city, which is nice for him. And I have to either get people to come to my meetups and maybe hopefully in the future meet a guy I like through them. Or, I have to travel to meet someone, or stay single forever, which might happen in the case of this video, as you will see. I will explain all. So this guy, I'm not going to give his name out because that's not fair to him. It was a nice message back, and then I replied, but it's the reply and his message that I just wanted to show you, right? So this guy is older than me in birth certificate age, but actually not that much older in birth certificate age, right? So, but age is a state of mind, isn't it? Okay, but some people may use that in different ways. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So he put, "Good morning, Sandra. Hope you're well and nice to hear from you." So in brief, he's such and such an age. I'm not going to say what it is. In my view, it's just age is just a number. Okay, one's mindset and how they live life is what's important. I agree with him on that, but not for the same reason he thinks. I am seeking a lady who desires a strong bond with someone, friendship and romance, and wanting to settle down. Now, I found out on his profile on this one that he's been divorced. Yeah, I found he's in a group for mates for marriage. I didn't quite understand why he wanted to get married again if he's been divorced, but never mind. He didn't actually use the words he wanted to get married in his message, though, if you notice. So it puts, "I enjoy visiting other countries when time permits, and recently bought an apartment in a part of Spain, as the intention is one day to move over there. General interests are quite varied, including listening to a range of music from pop to more recently classical. In the car after a stressful day, watching comedy, dining out and trying different cuisines, keeping up to date with current affairs, fashion, interior design, socialising, but also value quiet nights in. He's lived and worked in Sri Lanka. Sorry, itchy nose. He's lived and worked in Sri Lanka for 8 months and intend to visit Japan this year, but hasn't scheduled any plans yet. Be nice to talk to you more if my resume is to liking. Best wishes, and his name with a kiss. Now that is a nice message. It's great. I sent him a huge long email back to that message, and you know, if a guy doesn't like me sending long emails back, for a start he wouldn't be right for me, because I'm a writer and I need a guy who's really into emailing as well. I have 2 asexual guy friends, and one I meet in person who's really, really nice, who I'm spending International Celebrate Being Single Day with. He's lovely, as you know. He watches this channel, called Andy. Big shout out to him. And I've also got a guy who messaged me on meetup.com, an actual asexual one. Just one person who's asexual on there. Everyone else I speak to on there is just not asexual. I still get a sexual guy who messaged me months ago, still popping up, like, was it yesterday, going, oh, hi, how are you? I'm going, hello, stranger. It's like, oh, never mind. So that was my conversation with him. I digress. Anyway, so, yeah, so the 2 guys that I messaged, they send me really long emails. I mean, for guys, it's incredible. Because traditionally, guys don't tend to email that much. They don't tend to put much in their emails. But when I look at their emails, I'm like, wow. And it's so powerful because you can understand their personality better. You can get into their soul more. You can make more of a soulmate connection with them. You can really get to understand them on a deeper level when they do that. And they're, you know, because they're so open and honest in that way, it's really refreshing. You know, because traditionally, guys kind of like don't tend to write much, and in the world of online dating, if you look at the coaching side of dating, you'll notice they say that women have got like 3,000 words to every guy's 100 words, or 1,500 that women have got like 3,000 words to a guy's 1,000 words, or to a guy's 1,500 words. Do you know what I mean? So we've got like double or triple what guys usually do in terms of gender roles through the ages. It's supposed to be like a genetic thing. Whether it is or not, I don't know. But you know, I'm a non-conformist anyway to society, don't you? Which is the point of this video. Hi Heather, nice to see you. And so obviously you can tell straight away that guy, he said that he's looking for a strong bond with someone, friendship, romance, which is the 3 things I want, and to settle down. Now, my settling down is not the same as a conventional guy's settling down, because I am so young. And this is exactly what I'm coming on to the point about. Is in birth certificate age, I am a few years younger than him, but actually in my lifestyle, my mindset and everything, I am just so young. I am too young for this guy, and I'm too young for a lot of guys, and that is the shocker, because obviously my birth certificate age is not far off this guy's, and I'm just too young for these type of guys. This is why I go for younger guys, because it's not the type of life I want. So my settling down would be in a serious and committed relationship, but not living together. Anyway, I will show you what it is. I will tell you what it is. I just need to move you slightly because I've got to scroll down the screen. Oops, sorry. Oh, dearie me. Because I'm on Asexuality, and I told you I wrote a very long email. Like, oh my gosh, it goes on for hours. But like I said, if a guy is not willing to read my email and be interested in me as a person, then and all the time and effort I put into these emails, it takes me ages to write these emails. Sometimes, like, I spent one email before, I spent over 4 hours on it. Do you know what I mean? I can't do it all the time. That's why my emails I don't reply to all the time for some time on these sites, because I just, you know, like, it requires a whole evening or a whole half a day sometimes, you know, because I really want to put time and effort in. Right, so he probably wasn't expecting this back, because obviously most people just expect a few words, don't they? But I wanted to set the scene and clear things up quickly, because I don't want to waste any of my time. And he hasn't replied, which I think is a bit rude not to reply. I think someone should reply and just say, okay, well, we're not compatible, but thanks for answering anyway. You know, it's kind of a politeness, but he hasn't done any of that, which I think is a bit rude. Do you know what I mean? If I find someone's not right for me, I will still say, you know, like, oh, I just don't think we're compatible, but thanks anyway. Or I'd say, well, we can stay friends and meet up occasionally as mates or something. Do you know what I mean? Because he lives in this country. It's not like he couldn't meet me as a friend. Do you know what I mean? It's just, anyway, it just shows what the person's like, doesn't it? In that point of view, he just obviously probably wants a relationship, you know? So, you know, some people are like that, aren't they? Anyway, so anyway, this is what I put. It's a really long one, right? I put, really lovely to hear back from you. Thank you for explaining to me your vision for an ideal partner in future. I would like to tell you more, to talk to you more to get to know you better. I also would like to tell you more about myself so you can see what you think and feel about me and if there would be any likelihood of compatibility. So this is my long description of what I'm looking for, and you'll clearly see that age is really just a number. But in the case of him being older than me, not only is he older than me in birth certificate age, his whole lifestyle is just too old for me, and the whole way he is. And this is what I find with most guys, you know, this is why I don't go for older guys. It's looks predominantly, but not just that. It's just the whole lifestyle is just not what I want. I would be bored as anything and I feel my life is, you know, useless. I hate this. I've been in this type of life in the past where you just settle down and you come home, have food together, watch TV, and I just can't do it. I'm such an unconventional girl. I cannot be doing with this normal type of relationship. It just does my head in. Seriously, I just want to stay on my own forever if this is going to be the case, because I really love my life. I was talking to one of my friends last night. We haven't ever met in person. She's an entrepreneur friend, but she's absolutely amazing. We really get on so well, and we think a lot of the same things. We have quite similar experiences on things. And she was saying that, you know, she's not asexual, but she was saying, you know, she's quite happy without a guy. She's been without a guy 8 months, and she's got her cats and her books and movies and a place of her own, you know, and she doesn't really miss being with a guy. I miss the kissing, that's about it, but it's unfortunately it's the kissing I miss, and the fact I do think I have a soulmate that is Indian foreign guy. I don't know how I get that, but I just feel it all the time. So it's just intuition, so I have to go with it. But you know, I'm really happy on my own. I can't live a life like most people live. And when you find the rest of my email, which I'm going to get onto, you'll see that I just don't tell people the answers they want to hear, right? If I was reading this and I was him, I'd probably think, oh, no, she's definitely not for me. But I know I'm not being not myself, you know. I've got my friend, like, who watches this program called Andy, and I feel like he's just a friend, but I feel like I can totally be myself around him. Like, he would never try and change me like I would have to change for a relationship for a guy, if you know what I mean. I know he's just my friend, but even so, you know, for this guy, he seems really, like, kind of a bit more older and posher and a bit more, like, I don't know, you know what I mean. I'm like really down to earth and just like, you know, well, you know what I'm like. I'm like a street girl, baby. So anyway, so I am looking for a serious and committed, monogamous, asexual, deeply emotional, and even spiritually connected relationship, without sex ever, without marriage, and definitely without kids. With a guy who will be my bestest friend and love of my life and soulmate, preferably Indian. It will be an extremely romantic relationship with lots of public displays of affection and lots of public displays of affection, kissing and holding hands in public, and lots of tongue kissing with clothes on indoors. I love tongue kissing. And lots of talking and sharing deeper secrets and going on dates to places like theme parks, zoos and aquariums, out for meals such as to places like Nando's and to the cinema. I like superhero movies, action, thriller and kids movies are my favourites. So I'm looking to settle down from the point of view I want to be with just one person romantically for the rest of my life. Only the right person though, but not in the way you think, not in the conventional sense that society pushes everyone into. I don't know why my nose is itching tonight. Okay. So I went on to say, I agree, age is just a number. However, I am an asexual cougar who doesn't like sex, just kissing. So I would usually be aesthetically attracted to younger foreign guys in their 20s, particularly Indian. I usually have lots of stuff in common with them too, as I live the same type of lifestyle in many ways. However, many don't know what they want in their life, and I want a guy who knows what he wants and is mature in that way. So it all depends on if I'm aesthetically attracted to the guy or not. I cannot kiss a guy I'm not aesthetically attracted to. And I have to have lots of kissing in a relationship. I don't need sex, but kissing is a strong relationship need of mine that I will want my guy to love to satisfy, as well as romance-wise. I am hugely romantic with myself, so expect no less from my guy. So from an age point of view, it depends if our lifestyles and mindsets match or complement each other. As I am so young and enjoy being that way, it's essential to my soul. I like an exciting and loving teenager-style relationship 24/7. And it's important that he is trustworthy, honest and open about everything. You see, this type of guy that's written the previous thing, he's not really going to be happy with that type of relationship, is he? Do you know what I mean? I like superhero movies and stuff. He likes listening to classical music and fine dining. Do you see the difference? And keeping up to date on current affairs. I don't even watch the news. I like superhero movies, kids movies. I like theme parks, zoos and aquariums. It's like, I like clubbing. I like young stuff. I'm too young for this stuff. Do you see what I mean? This is what I mean by my birth certificate age. Seriously, it's just a piece of paper. I can't, it really is. It really annoys it because I'm just nothing like my birth certificate age. Seriously, I feel like more, it's like today I was feeling such like a teenager just because I love my life so much. I was thinking this life's great. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm loving my home. I'm just having a great time here. And I couldn't be doing with a guy like that who I would, have to settle down with and go. People love travelling. I don't even love travelling. The only places I like travelling, 2 places, London in my country and Disneyland Paris. That's it. I'm not a sunbathing type of person. And anyway, I'm going to get onto this. So I continue with the email. My birth certificate age is not truly who I am. I prefer to be called girl usually, rather than woman, apart from in business. I am only a few years younger than you in birth certificate age. I do, however, like to live like a teenager, which I do on purpose and love it, and would not want to be changed in that way. It's who I truly am. I have a 21st mindset and my bedroom literally looks like a teenager's with cuddly toys and sparkly things. Well, you can imagine that someone who's like, much older. I mean, I don't consider myself to be the birth certificate age I am. I think like this guy seems like he's 20 or 30 years older than me. Do you know what I mean? And I just think he's more of a dad type of person than a boyfriend type of person. You know what I mean? Because he just seems too old for me. Do you know what I mean? He's, you can get the drift, can't you? So, what guy who's older wants a girl who doesn't even call herself woman with sparkly things and cuddly toys in her room and living like a teenager? I mean, most guys don't want that, do they? They just want to live a boring life. But there you go. I'm being very judgmental now. Boring to me, not to them, and not to a ton of people. The majority of the people are very much like him. So, yeah, good for them. I'm happy for them. Just for me, it's a very boring life. I often work through the night and sleep in the day. I am very unconventional and quirky and looking for someone who will love me for that. I am not a housewifey type, hate washing up and not into dusting or ironing clothes. Not into dusting or ironing clothes. Waste of time and life to me. See what I mean? This is not what a guy wants to hear. He doesn't want to hear this. He wants to hear he's got a housewife. I would rather build a website, basically, than do that. I cook because I have to, not because I really enjoy it. So looking for a guy, this is really funny. I laugh at my own stuff. This is hilarious because I just imagine a stranger reading this who doesn't know me. So I put looking for a guy who is independent that way and can bring his own food and wash up his own stuff. I mean, imagine saying that to most guys in the world. They'd be like, oh, shocking. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how can a woman say that? How can a woman ask me to bring my own stuff along and wash it up myself? I buy paper plates so I can throw them away and have more time for enjoying life. Do you know what I mean? I don't want a guy coming into my life and making my life unenjoyable because it's like, oh, let's cook together, let's wash up. Like, that's not fun for me. My cooking's really quick. Bun something in the oven. I get these tin foils or like tin paper that you put in cake tins. Don't use a grill anymore. Just don't even use pans. I do all fresh vegetables, raw. I put the stuff in the oven. I chuck the oven bit away because it's tinfoil things, containers and things that I don't need to worry about, you know, that I can just bung in the bin. And I have paper plates, so I do the least amount of washing up as possible. I don't want a guy coming along creating washing up with pots and pans everywhere. It's like, excuse me, I could have spent 2 hours building a website or 2 hours going to cinema watching a superhero movie in the time you got me to wash up those extra things. No, thank you. So I put, yeah, so I thought that's hilarious. When he reads that, I'll be like, oh, this is for real? I'm like, yep, I'm for real. So I've lived on my own for a long time. I think you know anyway, don't you? It's 14 years, 4 years I've lived on my own. Do I really need to live with anyone? Nuh-uh-uh. So I put wasn't looking to move in with someone, but rather hoping they would move to live near me if things progressed and went well. Don't forget this guy is looking to move abroad to Spain because he's bought somewhere there and he wants to go travelling to Japan this year. Hasn't scheduled it, but no doubt wants someone to go with him. So, you know, and this is what I'm saying. So I put I wasn't planning on moving abroad either, as I don't like flying on a plane. Not into travelling like everyone else, and I love the UK, so tend to go on day trips in the UK. For example, I like Shrek Adventureland in London, and I am soon going to the aquarium in Plymouth with an asexual guy friend. So you can imagine when he reads this and I'm talking about I like Shrek Adventureland, and he's on about I like keeping up with the current affairs and fashion of the world. It's like, do you know what I mean? The age gap is just like at least 20 years difference. Do you see what I mean? To what my lifestyle is, what I love doing, the way I live my life, and this other guy, you know, you can clearly see there's about 20 years difference, even though our birth certificate age is not that different. He's still older than me by a few years though. But he's older than me by 5 years actually, if you want to know. But yeah, so it's like, do you know what I mean? It's just like you can clearly see that we're at least 20 years apart, if not more. So age really does matter, but it's to me, it's like age really does matter, and he's too old for me. Do you know what I mean? But because it's just lifestyle is completely different to mine, and it's expectation what he's looking for. I mean, it's good we find this out early, but like I said, there would have been no problem with him just saying, oh, we can meet up as friends sometime and go hang out, go to the cinema or food together. Do you know what I mean? But again, I like going to Nando's and he likes doing fine dining, so there's probably a very big discrepancy there. I'm a down to earth girl. Do you know what I mean? So I put does he have his own kids? I don't know, Heather. I didn't even ask him. I thought that's a question I can ask him, but there's no point because he's not replied to me, and he'll know just from watching this that I'm not his girl, won't he? Reading this, because he's not replied. And he could, you know, if he was really interested in me, like he came on Ava and he was so interested in finding someone like quickly. Like, it's like, I need to find someone like now, you know, I've done everything else. I'm asexual, found out I'm asexual. Now I need to get a girlfriend type thing, a partner, right? So, you know, if he's that interested in me, he would have messaged me back before now, but he's not. So I don't expect to hear from him again, because this is an email that telling him stuff about myself that'll be the opposite of him. You know, he probably wants a woman who'll be with him, living in his home, cooking and cleaning, going, travelling together, moving to Spain together. And yeah, I'm not that girl. So anyway, I am a doing and action taking girl, not a sunbathing and read a book when on holiday type of person. I get bored easily and like to keep myself busy with personal and professional development, with my writing and on all the online stuff I do. I hardly ever watch TV. I went to Disneyland Paris for my 25th Mindset birthday in 2017. I went by Eurostar. Here is the video of my trip. London and Disneyland Paris are the only places I really crave to visit. I have been to Spain once years ago, but was crying on the plane as I hated it, and I haven't been on a plane since. I also like going clubbing sometimes, as I love to dance. I go on my own sometimes as my friends are more into pubs. I particularly like going to World Music Night on Tuesday in my city. They have salsa beats and Spanish music. I like foreign music and being around foreign guys. Most of the time I dance on my own, and I am protective of my no-go areas if I do dance with a guy. I have more guy friends than female. 3 are British, but a quality few close friends than a ton. I have 1 female bestest friend and 1 from school. I am also out to the world about being asexual and need a strong guy in this way. This is another sticking point for me because of all the asexual work I do. It's no good me being with someone who's hiding and doesn't want me to be with them seen because I'm asexual and they don't want anyone finding out about it. You know what I mean? Because they're asexual. I don't want that. I need a strong guy, an actual strong guy, people. I'm strong, so I need a strong guy. Or they can be feminine. They can be a bit feminine. That's fine. But as long as they look like a guy. But I still need a strong feminine guy. I'm a strong girl. Do you know what I mean? I am out to the world about being asexual. Need a strong guy in this way. One who will support me. Take this as a compliment, but I expected to be bored hearing about dating preferences, and instead I'm finding this interesting. Oh, good, Michael. Yeah, I know. It's not what you thought it was. It's great. So I'm out to the world about being asexual. I need a strong guy in this way, one who will support me in all the work I do for asexuals and who will be connected to me on social media such as Facebook and not afraid to be seen across social media with me as his life partner. And when we snap photos together and add them to our Facebook profiles, it has to be a guy who is confident and comfortable and strong enough to know exactly what he wants, happy to kiss in public, and for us to be seen together in a relationship in public. I'm proud that I'm his asexual woman. Let me know your thoughts, as I may be too young for you, and I'm not into travelling like you, so our future visions may be too different. Or I might just be the quirkiness you have been looking for all your life and can add a different perspective and energy that you never knew existed. And it depends on if you are that strong guy I need, or not out and not proud, and could not fulfill my hugely romantic desires and be out to the world about it. Sandra, kiss, kiss. And he hasn't replied to that. I thought that was a brilliant email. I thought it really showed my personality, but you can see already the difference between my email and his email. It's like we're 20 years difference. And I really want to stress this point that age really doesn't matter. And it's a number in terms of like, it doesn't, you know, like in terms of I've got birth certificate age that is nothing like who I am. But it does matter when one person's really a lot older than the other person in their lifestyle, their mindset, the way they are. Do you see what I mean? I mean, I'm a down to earth, like I'm like a street girl, you know. I like wearing hoodies, baby. I like dance and hip hop, you know. It's like, come on. And I like to be busy like 24/7, 365 days a year, you know. I couldn't sit in front of the telly. I don't want to live with a guy. I can go out on dates and kiss him. We can have lovely romantic talks, conversations. But if he wants to sit watching sport, it's like, go back to your place, mate. I'm not interested. I've got websites to build. I've got YouTube videos to do. I've got blogging to do. I've got websites to build. I've got people to see and things to do. Do you see what I mean? So I'm very energetic, very vibrant. Like in the past, I was much older, because I was older in my lifestyle and my personality and everything, but I'm not that person anymore. That was someone who I didn't like. I didn't like that type of lifestyle. I didn't like being that type of person. So, you know, age matters in who you are as in personality, who you are in lifestyle, who you are in mindset. That's what's different. I cannot be with an older guy unless he was really young for his age. Mature, but young, as in liked all the young stuff that I do, as in like going to theme parks and as in like, you know, maybe I don't mind if he doesn't do dancing, but I mean, I still want to go out and it'd be better if he did like dancing a bit so I could go out with him, because I feel a bit weird if I was dancing with guys and I had a partner. It'd be, you know, if I did want to dance with guys, like a lot of the time I dance on my own anyway. I don't need to dance with a guy, but sometimes I might want to. And it's like, you know, I'd rather have that being my partner really, but I do like space from dancing as well to do my own thing quite a lot. But, you know, but I'd like a guy who's into the same stuff as me, like a kid like me, you know, who wants to go and watch movies, who wants to go to theme parks and have fun with his life, who wants to like, you know, experience life every day in an energetic, buzzing way, and then like, high five, baby, yeah, let's get it on, you know. Because a lot of people think I'm from America because my personality is quite out there and I'm quite energetic and vibrant. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's just like we're completely different. We're like worlds apart. Do you see what I mean? So it's a shame. I mean, he might have wanted a, you know, a younger girl to have actually like, you know, energize him a bit and boost his life up, but I think maybe he's just happy and content with his lifestyle, and that's great, you know. I respect a guy who's got that type of lifestyle. He's a business guy, and I loved that about him when I read his profile. And You know, I do like the fact that he's looking for strong bond with someone, friendship and romance. I thought that was all good. You know, and he does want to settle down, which I thought's good, you know. So, you know, and he likes socialising as well as quite nice. And so I thought there was some good stuff about him. Obviously, he's Indian, you know, so I thought, you know, there was some good stuff about him. I still think he's a great guy. Just like, I think just we're poles apart. I just think we're completely opposite people, you know. So I just think, you know, it's just, you know, he could have said, oh, let's be friends and actually mean it and meet up. But I guess he's not that type of guy. So yeah, I guess he's just looking for his one woman, which I admire as well. You know, I do like that. I think he's going to find it a bit difficult to find the exact right asexual girl near him, but then he does live in, you know, a place that's probably got more asexuals closer his way than my way. So, you know, I wish him good luck really and all the best. But, you know, I just wanted to show you how different you can be in terms of the way you live your lifestyle, that age is not just a piece of paper, but it's just completely different in terms of mindset and lifestyle, you know. And the problem with me liking much younger guys in their 20s is I've got the lifestyle and everything else, but a lot of them don't know what they want, you know. They don't know if they want marriage in the future. They don't know, you know, they haven't got the money to be over here if they're not currently over here. Their situation's different. I mean, I like the fact if they study, I haven't got a problem with that. But obviously if they were studying, then decide they wanted to leave the country after they finished studying in the UK, then that's no good for me. So, you know, it's obviously very difficult when you like foreign guys and you live in the UK, and especially with the way I am. I'm just so different to everyone else. Most people actually love, I mean, I know loads of asexuals that would just love to get a partner and sit and watch, you know, curl up and watch Netflix together. That would be that ideal relationship. That, to me, that would be a dreadful thing for me. I would just be bored rigid. I don't watch Netflix and stuff. I don't watch TV. I like to be involved in projects and stuff. So, you know, I'm very different to most people. I'm very, very young. I'm like a 15-year-old who's like bored with most things, apart from the things that excite me and that I love doing. And I love being in my own flat, in my world of quirky, as I call it, and just being different, you know. So I'm very much in the 1% of the whole population, even without the asexuality orientation that I've got. And obviously being asexual as well just means I'm in more of the minority, because I'm a minority personality, mindset and lifestyle person that really defies all conventions and doesn't tell guys what they want to hear. And I'm in the minority in asexuality because I love passionate kissing with a tongue, which is not what most asexuals like. And so I'm very, very like far out, like don't really fit in many places totally, to be honest. But hey, born to stand out, what can I say? That's what you've got to look at it in life, you know. If you're very different as well and you're watching this and you feel you don't quite fit in anywhere, just think you're born to be different and you're amazing just as you are. And obviously, if I've said all the things that I hate and find boring that you love, don't be offended. I'm really happy that you love them, and if you do them in your life and it makes you feel great, that is good for you. Do whatever feels good for you. Just because I don't like that doesn't mean to say you know, go for gold. Like, you know, if all you want to do is settle down and curl up watching TV, that's great. I just had that life years ago and it doesn't suit my personality at all. I was literally an old woman before. If you looked at me years ago, I was much older than I am now. Even though I'm old in birth certificate age, I was much older back then. That was like the former me. That was me who I'm like, who is that woman? I'm a girl now. That was a woman, but that was a woman that just was bored with life and hated life and didn't engage in it and didn't even know our purpose in life. Now I'm just loving life, you know. I'm loving working on my own. I'm loving blogging and vlogging. I'm loving you know, meeting up with our asexuals. I'm Skyping asexual friend tomorrow, and we've never Skyped before, so it's just going to be incredible. Actually, it's now, today, because the time's gone after midnight. So yeah, we've been friends with each other on Twitter for a long time. He's actually foreign. He's never going to move to this country, so he'll always only ever be a friend. But yeah, so I'm going to be Skyping him tomorrow. And he likes superhero movies. So he's older than me in birth certificate age, but he does like superhero movies and stuff like that. So this is the point of the video, that the age difference is, you know, the age difference isn't to do with actually the birth certificate age. It's to do with the way you live your life and the mindset age, because this guy, like I said, I'm talking to tomorrow, he's foreign. He is older than me in birth certificate age. So yeah, and he loves superhero movies like I do. we have long conversations on ASAP, and he's just a really good guy, and I feel very comfortable and confident around him. And so he's more my type of guy in terms of, like, you know, I know he's just a friend, will only ever be just a friend, but in terms of personality and, you know, things like that. But I mean, he does stay at home a lot and do laundry and stuff when he's not working. He lives more of a normal life than I do. But, you know, I just feel like more down to earth and comfortable. I need a guy who'll be really like me, like down to earth and lots of stuff and everything like that. So yeah, it'll be wonderful when I meet the right person, or I just stay single forever, because I have to say I really love my single life. I've never been happier. I don't want to do washing up, cooking and cleaning for a guy. Obviously I don't want the sex because I'm asexual. You know, don't want kids, don't want marriage, don't want to live together. I just love living on my own and doing my own thing 24/7, 365 days a year, which probably means that I'm meant to be single forever, really, because I have the best life like that. I don't want to be doing stuff for a guy. It's like, why would I want to be a slave? Do you know what I mean? That's how I see it, you know? It's like, no, why should I do anything that makes me unhappy and not fulfilled in my life? Why should I stand doing washing up and cooking and cleaning and ironing, which don't even factor in my life barely at the moment, ever, you know? I've lived on my own for 14 years. I like living the life I live now. I like living like a teenager. I just love my life, you know? It's like, my life is a bit like a superhero movie. When I'm on my own, actually, when I spend time on my own, I don't have negative people in my life, because some people can be really negative sometimes, and I'm like, when I don't have those negative people and I just live my life the way I want to live, like a teenager, like the young girl I am, then I'm just really, really happy, because I'm like, yeah, this is great. I'm just totally living my life, and it's amazing. I just really, really, really love it so much. It's just incredible. Yeah, I'm high on life. I don't do drugs because I'm high on life, baby. So thank you, Michael. Yay! Michael's a moderator now on this channel, by the way. I love it. It's really good. So yeah, thank you, Michael. So you can get rid of anyone who's being rude and horrible to me or him or anyone else on this channel. I love it. Anyway, I'm going to leave the video for now here, but I just wanted to explain how age is a state of mind, but not in the way you think, because how you live your life, your lifestyle, and your piece of paper doesn't really matter. But it very much matters how different you are to other people in terms of lifestyle, mindset, the way you think, what you believe, and the type of relationship you want. And so, basically, give this video a thumbs up if you like it. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Heather, so much for tuning in. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for being a moderator and being able to keep this channel, a very much asexual channel, on track. I love you to bits. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a moderator. Thank you, Heather. Love you so much. Love everyone who watches this channel who's awesome and nice. And finally, we can get out the people who are just being ridiculous and not understanding asexuality or respecting it or respecting us. Thank you, Michael. Take care. Don't forget this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe below and hit that bell icon so get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. And I will see you soon. Take care. Thanks for joining me. Bye.